Salutations, everyone. I'm back with a reactionary video. I decided to do a reaction video to um, a woman named Tiffany Walker decided to go on Storm and Rose platform. Shout out to him. He interviewed with her because she wanted to share details of her relationship, alleged relationship with Bentley Kyle Evans, excuse me. And for those who don't, I'm not familiar with Bentley Kyle Evans. He is the legendary producer of 90s sitcom shows such as Martin, the Jamie Foxx Show. He's had been a staple in the TV world for some time now. So I was just curious as to what she had to say because, we don't really hear much about Bentley out in these streets. So she felt compelled to share her story about her being either the side chick or the main chick or whatever type of chick she was to him or whatever type of attachment she was. She wanted to just tell her story about it. So I'm going to just do my commentary in between. And this is the Fair Use Act of 1976 that allows me to use this video for educational purposes as well as research and whatever else it says. I gotta really put that up there. I gotta get that disclaimer down pat. Just to cover myself. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and play some of it now, and here we go.
Shaken. So at what point does it cross the romantic line? Like at what point did you guys cross that line?
At Gravitas, like at lunch, like when the friend was like asking, "Are you single?" Da da da, stuff like this, and he's like, "You're not gonna let me spoil you," and that's like something you say to someone you like want. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. So, and then he would compliment me a lot. Like he was like, "Oh, you have nice toes" and stuff like that when we were at the cigar lounge.
Also, he into
And
feet. He's into feet. Okay. Wait. Did you get him to suck your toes?
No.
Okay. All right.
No. A lot of other things though. No, I'm just
Okay, so he liked her toes. Okay. If he has a foot fetish, who doesn't? I mean, I remember back in New York, they had foot fetish parties every week, and there are people who um advertise their feet for a living and make tons of money for it. But anyway.
Yeah, so we spent like the whole day together, like the whole day, and like it was like nighttime by the time he dropped me off. He was like, "Wow, I had such a great time. I really like you. I didn't think I was gonna like you." And then he was like, "Yeah, let's go out later tonight." Like, I guess, like, I don't know. And then he was like, "No, I'm tired." Because like we kind of drunk a lot, and then we were just like inseparable after that. Like we were just like texting a lot and like calling a lot. But that was like around like this was in November. This was in December. So it was like
Of last year, right?
2024, yeah, December
Gotcha.
2024.
Okay.
And he was like, "I'm gonna get you a Christmas gift." He was like saying all this stuff at Gravitas. So then we're like texting and like we're like calling, and he like is telling me to like watch certain things on his Netflix account. And yeah, we were just like bonding and stuff. And then
Okay, so I just want to give you guys the heads up. This video was over like 41 minutes long, so I'm not going to play the whole thing, and so I'm going to probably just going to be kind of fast forward it a little bit, just kind of show some highlights, because I'm really trying to wait for her to get to the point of these stories because she's taken a very long time to get there, just a lot of drag talking, no shade, but shade, it's just a whole lot of drag talking, like just get to the point, sweetie.
we didn't see each other again.
To the people that's going to have that to say.
Like I said, like he was not like, he wasn't getting married. He was very available. Like we would talk all the time. Like there was never like, it was, he was more available than like single guys, like, to be honest.
I'm glad you
But
said that. I'm glad you said, because when I tell them on the show, it ain't nobody single like a married man. They really be having time, and you be like, where's your wife? Like they be
where
having
is your
time.
wife?
And you know what's crazy? When they're like that, and you bring up their wife, they almost get offended. Like, I don't want to talk about her. Like, what are you asking me about her for? It's weird.
I didn't ask about.
That I can say is true. You have a lot of married men that um, want to maintain their bachelorhood, even if they're all like deep into the marriage. So that I do agree with. And of course, if a married man, is trying to sow his royal oats or have his cake and eat it too, that the last thing they want to be the topic of discussion is the spouse. So you know that is true. Because whether or not there's a happy spouse with a happy house, that's the last thing they want to talk about. So I do agree with that.
About her, but he didn't really bring her up either.
Okay.
Like, he would talk about his other affairs a lot, like the other affairs that he had prior to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he had a double life. Like his family life was like his family life, and then like his single life, like was his single life.
But you were able to text him freely, call him whenever you wanted. He didn't have to be like, hey, let me go outside, nothing like that.
Um, I texted him a lot, and he would always text back really quick, but he would say like, "Text me before you call."
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, because you are a side, you are one of the side pieces, and so you have to understand their position and be on the sideline. But anyway, but yeah, so that's the reason for this interview. She basically wants to expose him for being a serial cheater. So that's what it is. So she's trying to, I guess, find a way to vindicate herself of something. I'm just trying to figure out what it is, because if what she's saying is true about Bentley Kyle Evans having all these affairs and just being totally unfaithful to his wife, I have a feeling that I'm sure she knows. I'm sure that she has to be aware of the philandering that he's doing. Unfortunately, there's a lot of women, especially women who are married to men in the industry, and they tend to endure, or they are willing to be quiet about certain things. They're willing to turn a blind eye because a number of factors. It could be because they may have children together, and most of the time it's because they still want to maintain the lifestyle that they acquire. They basically want to enjoy the fruits of their labor, because I'm not sure how long he and his wife have been together. But if she's one of the women that has been with him throughout everything, even before the wealth, she's going to want to um, enjoy the fruits of her labor and want to cash in on what she feels that she's entitled to. So it could be those factors as well. So all right, let's go back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was like, usually he was very available. Like very, and he was very like attentive and like caring, and like I'm telling you, it was better dating him than dating like any other single guy. Like I swear. That's why like I feel like that's why we like were boyfriend girlfriend, because like even I asked him, I was like, so do you see me like as a mistress, or like, and he's like, no, that's like, I think he said that's like what society, I don't know, he said something, and then he was like, "You're my girlfriend." So I was just like, "Okay, like, he has a wife and he has a girlfriend."
Yeah, yeah,
And
even as you're describing it, and even when I like read your blog post and I watched your video too on your channel, I was like, this sounded like a real relationship.
it very much was giving like my man,
Yeah.
my man. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna just fast forward a little bit, but that can be the case. Like I said, a lot of people, and I don't want to just put it just on the industry, the men in the industry, because there are so many people in all walks of life and different occupations that maintain this type of arrangement. But this is far from surprising. But I'm gonna just kind of fast forward a little bit and just give a little bit more commentary.
So overall, let's go back. Did he treat you bad? Did he do anything wrong? Like, was there ever any like
I think that, I
abuse?
mean,
Anything like that?
no, no, he's not abusive. I think just like the things that like come with just like dating a married guy, I think he would say certain like things that I was
Mhm.
just like I just didn't like, he just felt like he could cheat because he's a man. But
Mhm.
then like I remember we were talking, like he went to my Von Dutch show because I'm a runway model. So he came to my Von Dutch
Yeah,
show, and then we got into the subject of like Jada Pinkett cheating on Will
one
Smith
way.
somehow, and he
Mhm.
was like, "She cheated on Will Smith. Will Smith is the Oscar, I don't know, something," and I'm like, "Nigga, your mistress is sitting right
Right
next to you.
here.
Like, what are you talking about?" So like towards the end, he got like very like he got. I don't want to say he got. I think he just revealed that he was a little bit more misogynistic than I had um perceived in the beginning, because he came off very like gentleman like. But then like towards then he was just like saying like things about women that was just like, I'm a woman, right?
So he was very like red pill almost.
What? Red pill?
Well, yeah, would you call him red pill?
What's red pill?
It's like the manosphere stuff. It's misogynistic. I would just say
Yeah.
misogyny. Yeah, it's
He's
misogynistic.
he's misogyn he's very misogynistic. Like I didn't know because when you first like start dating someone, you're like on your best behavior, but like towards the end he was just saying things about women that I'm just like, and then it was a little hypocritical because it's like you're married, you know?
And you know all this. I mean, you when you came into this, I'm not sure what her end game was when she came into this situation with him, and I'm sure that she was enjoying some perks as well. But yes, of course, that he's going to have those views, and of course, it wouldn't matter to you because you getting the perks of being the sideline hoe. So, regardless to what his views are, obviously it didn't matter to you because you were still sitting right by him now, weren't you?
Yeah, yeah. So what ended the relationship?
Um, uh, so he said he was gonna do things that he didn't do. But so the last time I saw him was, um, we he was we set up a meeting because he said
Mhm.
he was gonna invest in my movie, and because I'm a writer too, so I wrote this script and I sent it to him. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna invest in it, whatever." So we set up a meeting with the director, and he just canceled the day of, and that was like the last time that I saw him.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like it's a little awkward. Like it's like, yeah, it was like awkward, and then it was like, yeah,
Mm.
because he was like, we were seeing each other a lot. Like he was like love bombing me,
Yeah.
and then when it was time to invest in my movie, he just like went ghost.
But you know what
Yeah, that was really
what I
weird.
think it is too? I think that I think men like him know, hey, if her movie takes off, if her project takes off, she's not gonna need me, quote unquote. Like then she'll leave me because she'll have her own. Like they want you to be dependent on them. It feels like.
Mm, I feel like he wanted me to be like more independent a little
Oh, you
bit.
think so? Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I don't I don't know. It was weird. And then it's like what's really real and like what were just lies, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Of course they were lies, girl. And like I said, there's nothing against her or Bentley Kyle Evans. I don't know either one of them from a can of paint. But of course they're gonna run game on you. Of course they're going to tell you all the things you want to hear, or some of the things you may not want to hear. But for the most part, they're going to sell you something to get what they want, um and you're not going to get much in return. So let me fast forward this a little bit and see what else they're talking about. If you want to watch the full video, please make sure that you go over to Storm and Rose channel. I'm going to tag him into this in the description as well. So make sure you check him out as well.
yeah. Storm. Storm. He's
I
like
was
a very
look at the screen,
passionate guy.
but look at the screen. That was
And
your
he's
man.
so sweet. Yeah. He's really romantic.
He's so much older than you, though.
He is. He's like 60 almost.
Yeah, he's 58. Yeah.
He's pushing 60. But I mean he didn't like I don't know. I thought he was nice and he was like provider vibes
He
a little
definitely
bit.
gives provider because he don't give looker. So he definitely gives provider.
You don't think he's a looker?
Uh-uh.
No. I think he's cute.
You think he cute? Okay. So when he took his clothes off and got on top of you, you was like, oh yeah.
Storm. I really liked him.
I'm fucking with you. Let me stop because I might need him to green light something one day. So let me stop. Let me stop. But you know what though? He does seem like he has like a kind heart. At least like looking at him, he has a kind face.
He has a kind face. He's very like optimistic, and that's another thing that I liked. Like, I don't know how dating is for you, but
I don't date.
because it's smart just not to.
Yeah,
But that's why I'm more.
I'm just a
Use what?
hoe. I'm just a hoe.
Period. I mean, like, I'd rather just focus on my career because the guys out here are just horrible. Like my closest relationship in LA was with a married man, if that gives you any type of insight on how dating is.
Another one.
Yeah.
So, but he's very like romantic. He was like I probably get hit on multiple times a day. It's a little annoying. But like at least he like came with like confidence and like security and like
And you know what? Um, Truth be told, I do understand where she's coming from. I don't agree with her being a side chick to anybody, because you do have to have some level of self-worth. So let me just put that out there. But I do get where she's coming from, that sense of security and knowing how the dating pool is nowadays. And I'm not sure where she's located now, but I do understand how you feel. The only way you're able to get any type of footing is if someone is in. It seems like the more involved someone is, the more of an attachment they have to you. Yeah, it is kind of weird. It's weird. I know it sounds kind of weird me saying it, but I can't help but to notice that is some truth to that. So I get it. But again, um, you just have to understand your self-worth and know that that should not be your approach to dating. Date, have fun, get to know people, meet them where you are, and make sure that they understand what your standards are. But I do understand her that aspect though. I don't agree with it, but I understand it.
He was polite and optimistic. Like a lot of guys are like insecure or just it's just ugh.
Or they don't know what they're doing. They a hot ass mess. I could imagine a woman being like, why would I stick with this guy and he's fucking like a lost puppy? Or I could go with the older guy
For a
who's
season, for a
established.
season.
And listen,
But man,
he probably gonna want to fuck maybe 2-3 times a week. That's it. He gotta go to work. You ain't even gotta fuck him all the time.
Like you know how I have like highlighter on? Like I would leave highlighter on all over him and stuff, and he would go home and it just wouldn't even matter. So I don't. It just wasn't giving married that much. And then like even he would like call me like late at night, just laying in his bed. So it's like I don't know. You know what I
What?
mean? I don't know about I just know that I was being taken care of and the intimacy was there for me.
Oh, okay. Hold up. This is his wife. Got it. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they just have an open marriage.
possibly.
They might. Why do you
Yeah.
think that?
I think. Well, honestly, number
And so, yeah, I get it. Let me not pause it like that.
one, like I'm
Okay, yeah, because I didn't like the way his face looked there. But yeah, I get it. They may be, or maybe it's just might be just one of those understandings to where he's going to do what he's going to do, and again, she's going to turn a blind eye to it. Because even when there's an open marriage, it's still going to be one sided because a man's definition of open marriage is like I can stick and move wherever I want, but as the wife, she's not allowed to do that. She's not allowed to see other people. The openness is usually one sided. In this case,
in the swinging scene, the swinger scene.
Sight from me.
Damn. Okay. So, overall, though, would you say dating him was a good experience, or do you regret it, or you just like it was what it was?
I mean, it is what it is.
Okay.
Like you can only just take life as it comes and just like, you know, make the best out of it. Like that's why I'm like out here scaling my story because it's like I could still see the advantage of a breakup and like, you know,
Absolutely.
if that makes sense. Yeah.
Would you ever do business with him again if he came around? It's like, hey, I do have this investment. I wanna give it to you like it's right here. Would you do business with him?
So he talks about this a lot. Like he says like he's friends with all the girls that he like has affairs with. Like,
Okay.
but I said, I don't think that he would ever like me again because I'm out here exposing him.
and
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but then I look at somebody like, not to compare you to her because she's crazy, but like Selena Powell, who exposed all them niggas, and they was still letting her up under them and still making money with her. So, but she's white. You know how niggas treat white girls, but it's just like, I I don't know, but you got a point. You got a point.
I think that like our relationship died in April.
In April, okay.
Yeah, our relationship died in April. Like, we were still, like,
Oh,
in communication, but our relationship died in April. I mean, of course, if he wants to, like, book me for something, I'm not gonna say no to money, but
Right.
I just don't think I'm not, like, obviously, that's why I started dating him, but, like, um, I don't like, we're not on speaking terms anymore. Like, you know what I mean? After it came out, we're not on speaking terms anymore.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
So that put aside, you've been on the Zeus Network. You've modeled. Remind us, what show did you do on Zeus Network?
I did One More Chance, and then I
Ah.
did Bad versus Wild with Nick Cannon, which is just like Wild 'N Out, but with the Zeus universe.
Oh, that was a crazy show. I
Yeah,
got
it was
I
so
got some
fun.
questions about that too while we're at it.
Come on, ask me.
Okay, so
I
They had us in the
could care
most
less.
expensive hotel in Vegas. They like
damn.
had all these.
So okay, so this is something I've always wondered. Do they make y'all fight? Do they be like, "Hey, you gotta fight," or do you have to like expect to get into a fight?
Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop it there because um, they're going more into her her appearances on different TV shows. And I think she mentioned also in another video that she was in a show called The Shy Chicks of LA or something like that. Go figure. But yeah, so I just wanted to just do a quick reactionary video to that, offer a little bit of commentary and just just kind of encourage these women out here and men that I understand you want to have fun out here and the dating pool the way it is, and I do understand that you want to get in where you fit in when it comes to acquiring a certain level of wealth, or you want to try to take what you can from someone else, but just be mindful of the outcome of that, because when you get yourself caught up in those type of situations, it rarely ends well. So I just feel like you need to be mindful of um, how you approach these things, or how you move, how you navigate. Just basically, I'm gonna just kind of quote Nene Leakes: "Close your legs to marry men." Okay, so that's what I'm gonna kind of kind of wrap it up with. I'm not. There's no judgment on my part, but just be mindful of how you move out here in these streets, and just stay protected. You know, be worthy of you. It starts with you. And I think I'm just going to end it there. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And